Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. How y'all doing? This is gonna be Taurus and Libra sitting in a tree. Kissing. Before I get started, y'all, money is what I have been hearing for the last 30 minutes. I don't know where the difficulty is coming from. But money. And it could be that one or both of you, and there's Libra right there, the Eight of Swords, at least that's air energy. Maybe one or the both of you are being too materialistic, too caught up in trying to keep up with get the cards down. So I'm seeing and hearing all kind of shit. What the hell? Okay, so we got the Wheel of Fortune in play. The Sun, oh shit, is pulling the Three of Swords. Knight of Pentacles is pulling the King of Wands. Oh boy. And the Eight of Swords, your challenge, is pulling the Two of Swords. Lies and deceit. Page of Wands is pulling the Knight of Cups. The Death card is sitting on top of the Five of Swords. Strength card is pulling the Hermit. Tower, Judgment, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is stressful. What the hell? And the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Well, this is doom, gloom, and boom. What the hell? I mean, just off the rip. The Sun card up here at the top end. There's a lot of tension. I thought I was tripping, but evidently no. One of many ways. But this feel like baby mama, baby daddy shit right here. And somebody went back to court, tried to get some more money. I'm gonna just throw that out there. In the meantime, Taurus, this Eight of Swords and this Two of Swords, lies and deceit. Your point here is to clear whatever debris you needed to clear so you can move ahead, whether with or without Libra. I don't know what the hell's going on with Taurus and everybody breaking up and looking like they're about to break up and trying to break up the hell. But yeah. Wow. It's that third party energy. And you, Taurus, you are fully aware. So this is, I'm just inclined to believe, is baby mama on the out. On the out. Because the Judgment card is here. This could be some kind of other legal thing where money has got to be paid every month or however that's going. And it could go all the way in the other direction to you owing taxes and you owing too much in taxes and trying to figure out how you're going to pay all of this. But the bigger energy is that there is a human being third wheel shit. And they are trying to cause problems between you and your Libra. You would ordinarily see success And you feel this. This is up in your overall energy. You know this shit would be all right. We have all this bullshit right here going on. The back end of your overall energy, the King of Wands sitting on top of the Knight of Pentacles. Again, somebody's being too materialistic. They are too caught up, and I'm going to have to say it's the third party shit. And you feel repressed, Taurus. And if this is baby mama, baby daddy drama coming from the other party, and I've been in this situation before, when you're dealing with people that have kids and you got to deal with that other parent, sometimes you can feel repressed. Like you can't get all your shit out because you're afraid of what's going to happen. Not so much anybody doing anything to you, but you know, you already got the last crumb. What else you going to try and come for? That kind of energy. Taurus, you're trying to be empathetic about this situation, but it's still not, it's not making anything better. I have to believe that whoever this is and whoever this is up here with the lies and deceit want you to be uncomfortable, Taurus. They want you to be uncomfortable. Looking at the Page of Wands and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups talks about lack of interest. But this is a little deeper than that. You may be feeling, Taurus, that your Libra, and this is cups, so this is emotions we're talking about, may not, all of this is making them feel less, not participating. Lack of interest is not it. It kind of hits it, but you may get some news here in the next day or two, or week or two. Yeah, and this is probably going to turn you right the hell off, because now you're dealing with more. This is for Tauruses and Libras that have been together maybe a year or less. And so now you're beginning to get into the meat and potatoes of the relationship. And Taurus, you may well be showing this lack of interest, kind of turning your back on all of whatever's going on, because it's not helping you. It's causing all of this shit right here. That the Death card is sitting on top of the Five of Swords. Nothing is being resolved, and somebody needs to let go of some dependent ties. So I'm thinking whoever's got the baby mama drama going on, or baby daddy drama going on, whichever the case may be, that third person, and you can count the people in the picture if you like, but that third person back there, they have kind of just put their whole plate on your partner's thing, Taurus. And so they're expecting to get the same treatment that you're getting, bringing back to this being too materialistic. That may also, that materialistic part may be what you're feeling that the third one back there is being. And so in order to get their foot in the door, or keep it wedged open, for lack of a better phrase, they're putting it on the money. I need more money. I need more this. Junior need that. Junior needs this. Baby girl ain't got this. She needs that. However that's resonating. But for everything that's going on, you're not feeling any kind of resolution. It just keeps coming back to conversations. They're tight. They're tense. Everybody's all pissed off, and not necessarily at each other, but just pissy to begin with. Looking at the Hermit, setbacks. facing the reality of what's going on in your situation. You know, you got a booger bear that's just trying to be a booger bear and trying to interrupt everything you got going on in your little garden. The back end of the Hermit is talking about patience rewarded. But I'm trying to figure out whose patience is being rewarded right now. Because Taurus, it feels like you've been patient, but got you second guessing because you thought this was going to be a little different than how it's playing out. That Hermit, the Death card, that's major energy. So depending on how things play out will determine, just because I'm looking at the picture, whether or not old girl gets burnt up by the sun, or she continues, or he continues, however that's resonating, to just clown and just be off on their own shit while the two of you are basically supporting whatever. This third party, let me put this out here, they may not be working for a variety of reasons, but they got kids and they expecting, and they may not be trying to look for work. Let's put that part in there as well. There's a tower that's gonna come. So I'm just gonna guess all this third shit is gonna blow up, and it'll probably be about the time you're getting ready to start thinking about doing your taxes. May have to make a decision. That's more major energy about what you're going to do. And once again, I'm just noticing that there are three souls there, regardless of the fact of what they are. Just noticing that there are three souls there. Judge may make a determination on what's going on here, and that in turn is going to cause a tower. So this could be a thing where the judge awards the other parent more money. There's not less. So let me say that. Whatever's going on, there's going to be more money paid. It's not going to be less. But this is, whatever the final decision is, that's going to throw y'all right here. Which in turn will lead you here to lots of stress. Sitting on top of a 9 of Cups. That 9 doesn't feel good to me because it is a 9. And you see how close his butt is to the door? Yeah, that part. So there may be some separation. I don't know that it's termination, but there may be some separation, because this is going to, whatever's going on here, it's not going to be so much what the judgment is by the courts or however this is playing out. Whoever's making the final decision, it's not going to be that decision so much, but it's going to be everybody's reaction to, and this is going to blow up, period. The best way I can put it, it really feels like this is a child custody situation, and there's money on the table, and custodial parent wants more. Could be male, could be female. I'm going to guess with the female part, they want more money. And so the judge is going to be like, okay. That in turn, Taurus, may mean in your relationship with your Libra, you might have to scale back. It's going to cause some stress. It just is what it is. And again, you know, taking your dream come true and throwing it out the damn window, because his butt is real close to the door. Just saying. At the end of this, the Queen, male or female, the Taurus, this is our shit. Sitting on top of the Wheel of Fortune. This may be a situation that you just wish the Wheel of Fortune was just let the wheel spin right on by. This is not to say you don't love your Libra, because I don't get that at all. But I think the situation is so big, and it's being made such a mess of, Yeah. Y'all are probably going to end up leaving this one on the table. Let me just say, this is definitely not Libra. If this is how it's playing out for you, Taurus, where the Libra is the one being called into question for more money, for child support, whatever, and it's their other ex. It's that ex that's causing the damn problems. And Hangman showed up anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much the short and the long of it. When you get into the third week of January, or the third week, so from here, that would actually be the second week of January. The Nine of Pentacles, or the Six of Wands on top. That success is not going to be yours. So this other person that you're dealing with may be a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. But Taurus and Libra are not going to be the ones celebrating. Let's just put that out there like that. And that this falls under the Judgment card in the Tower. That Nine of Pentacles is telling me, done. Done. Gonna end it. Call it quits. Walk away. Brings us right over here to this Five of Cups. Oh, woe is me, misery. There's the end of it. Now, for some of you, this is going to be a temporary as in this is not going to be the end of it between you and Libra. There's a connection here that you're going to come back to, because besides all this bullshit, y'all really like each other. And despite the fact that lies may have been told on both sides, just throw that shit out there, y'all still really like each other. The challenge to get rid of the fear of moving on and just trust that if this is meant to be, you're going to come back to it. Brings us right here. The Eight of Cups, talking about drastic decisions. On top of that, Knight of Wands, reckless and disruptive. So I got to believe it's the second fire card I'm looking at with some ugly shit on it. The third person is a fire sign, or they have a lot of fire in their chart. And they are being disruptive. That part right there. Which in turn is causing you to have to make some damn drastic ass decisions because of what somebody else is doing. Somebody else's foolishness, basically. At the end of this, the Knight of Wands, talking about departures, sitting on top of the Two of Wands. What I'm paying attention to there is reunion. Even though this is going to be a break. Departures. That part right there. You're going to come back to this. Note the little trees back there. They look a little sparse, but if you look closely, they're actually green little springlets, like you would see in the springtime. So some of you, this ain't going to resonate with everybody. Eat the fish, eat the bones, don't choke on what don't belong to you. It may be spring, maybe for some of you early summer. You're going to come back. Y'all are going to come back to this. By that time, some other things will have developed. And the pressure and the tension that's being felt right now will not be as great. But for some of you, this may be turning into a situation where towards now you're saddled with paying all the day-to-day household bills in your house, because your Libra has got to figure out how to come up with whatever money. Some of you, it may not even be child support. It might be an older child trying to go to school, and money is needed for that. And for whatever reason, this is all just kind of being sprung on you all. Because it feels like before any of this started happening, y'all were on pretty good, okay, okie dokie, not great, but good type shit. The Magician tells me that there is a positive way out uh, whether it's permanent or temporary. But the Knight of Cups is telling me it's that controlling shit, that passive aggressive bullshit that's going on. I'm sorry. You may have to just, and this is major energy, you may have to just wink this one out your ass, Taurus, and just move. That 8, the swords up here, talking about the fear of moving on. You may have to just go ahead and pull some magic tricks, be a bull, do what you need to do, and get gone. Change of perspective will come on all parts. I think right now, I think this year probably had more to do with whatever's going on with you and Libra Taurus than anything. The pandemic, and people just panicked. Maybe the other parent lost a job and they just decided they ain't gonna do shit and they want y'all to pay for whatever. Could be, like I said, an older child who's made a decision to go to school. Money is needed, and they're putting y'all in a tight situation. However that's going, it's going to take some courage. Fool is the 0 in the bunch. 0. Before you get to 1 even. So some of you may have to take that big giant step back out of this relationship and just stand by and let some things settle down before you get back into it. I don't see anybody doing anything after this. Not immediately anyway. So again, reunion. It's coming. Y'all are going to get back to this. We're going to get back to it. There are going to be some questions, though, that Taurus is definitely going to want answered before they ever commit to this particular situation again. Now, Taurus, this is what I will say. With the Sun card up here, you move all of that off the table, you're golden. Not till we start adding shit on. And that's Libra's thing, sword. So it definitely feels like this is all coming from the Libra side. Libra may not be telling the total truth about some things as far as this other person is concerned. For a small cross-section of y'all, this may be you finding out about a baby that's not yours. It's that 2 of Swords up there, the lies and the deceit. And I'm actually looking at the pink and blue swords. Baby colors. I'm just saying. So it could be you hear about a baby. And this may not be a newborn. This may be a baby that's a year or 2 old. And now that's dirty, but in some situations it feels like it could be that parent is jealous that excuse me, Libra has moved on. What are your options? What are your options? Only if you let it. Be selective. So, sorry, I had to get something to drink. Again, I don't feel like this is the end. This is the Knight of Wands, not the Chariot. And this says departure, not brand new. Come on now. So I'm inclined to believe that if Taurus and Libra split, is going to be temporary. Now, that's not to say there's not going to be some fireworks and some shit pop off, but not permanent. I don't feel that. So as you get into that energy, if you're dealing with this situation in that way, what are your options in the interim? What can you do? What can you do for the next 6 months to a year? Split up, make a date to come back and start talking, clearing up whatever lies and misunderstandings that have been thrown out there. This is something to think about. This shit can fuck up your world only if you let it. Taurus, you completely and totally had an option to get up and walk away from the situation. I think Libra is aware of that. That may in part be some of the problem, because they know you are quite capable of doing this on your own, and that may make your Libra a little antsy. But they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, especially if they're dealing with children. Be selective, Taurus. Who are you telling this to? This is information I probably wouldn't be trying to share around. And not, let me put it the way it is, not so much about just people being in your personal business, but you never know who knows who. So the very person you might be talking, hey, get out my damn nerves, that baby mama was killer, da-da-da. The person you might be venting to might know that baby mama. That's just something to throw out there and keep in mind. Just saying, that's kind of the energy that's coming back. I am sorry. I had to say this for Taurus and Virgo too. It's fucked up. Totally different read for Taurus and Virgo, but the outcome more or less the same. I'm sorry, it's Christmas time and you have to go through all of this. But oddly enough, usually it's around Christmas time and the first of the year that people start getting into whatever little funks they get in to cause them to get in and out of relationships. So take heart. Don't feel like you're the lone stranger. You aren't. A lot of people going through a lot of changes right now. So don't feel like this is just happening to you. All across the zodiac, I could probably tell you couples breaking up. And it's got more to do with the energy right now than anything. 2020 has not been an easy year for a lot of people. So a lot of people are not behaving like they would ordinarily. Just keep that in mind. Taurus, I love you. I hope y'all have a good Christmas if you're over here. If you're across the pond, what do y'all call it? St. Nicholas. I hope y'all have a wonderful time as well. I'll talk to y'all soon. Merry Christmas.